What the haters talking about?
What's up, family? Words have the power to hurt people. But in the case of Dave Chappelle's new special, Sticks and Stones on Netflix, this is not the case. This is an hilarious take on comedy. One of the best stand-ups I've ever seen. Why particularly? Because of the insightfulness of it and the politically correct climate that we live in today. People are afraid to say what they feel. Comedians are afraid to tell jokes because everybody's so sensitive. In Dave Chappelle's new special that came out on August 26th, Dave Chappelle talked about the LGBTQ community. He talked about the Me Too movement. He talked about Michael Jackson's sexual allegations and a number of other social issues. He went there. This is why so many people are praising him, because he said what a lot of people think. And he was not trying to be politically correct, but I could sense that he cared about what people thought about what he was saying, but he said it anyway because he felt it needed to be said. And he's not a coward. This is why so many comedians respect Dave Chappelle and they love that comedy special. Before I watched it, I read this comment that Cedric Entertainer made on his Instagram, and Cedric said that this guy is the GOAT. And he said, I do this. This is why Dave Chappelle is the GOAT. I believe he used the word GOAT. If he didn't, it was somewhere, it was in that area. Now, Dave Chappelle, Netflix are getting a lot of praise for this special. But there's also some backlash. Because as Dave Chappelle put it, anytime you say anything about the alphabets, they're coming after you. He said in Hollywood there's an unwritten code that you don't say anything about the alphabets. This caught me right here. He said that he was talking to a teacher, not a teacher, I'm sorry. He was talking to someone in quality control when he was doing the Dave Chappelle show. And he said that the woman told him, he said, I liked her, she was fair. And he said the woman told him that he couldn't use the word faggot. And he asked why, and she said, well, you can't use it because, you're not gay. And he said, well, I'm not a nigga either. I use that word all the time. The dude is brilliant. The dude is a comedy genius. I thoroughly enjoyed the special. Dave Chappelle has an uncanny ability to entertain without sounding hateful. He can talk about anything, and he don't push his agenda on anyone. He just talks matter-of-factly about what's going on. Here's the deal. Sometimes a joke can be perceived as hate speech because we have different opinions on what hate is depending on the climate we're in. For instance, Kevin Hart told a joke 7 years ago and people lost their minds about the joke. After he had moved on and apologized about it already, people had forgotten about it. Somebody went back and dug it up. And Kevin Hart lost his dream job of hosting the Oscars. Went back after he said he was done apologizing. He went and apologized again anyway. Kevin Hart's statement was clearly a joke. After he made the statement, he backed off of it with shifting climates. I don't think the man should have been canceled by anyone. I think people were overreacting. They saw an easy target. They saw a soft target, and they went in. But you know how it is. There is no redemption in an era of instant backlash. No more talk.
What the haters talking about?